comfortable seat. It is Mental Health Awareness Week this week, all week. For me personally, it's good to have a week where you focus on it, but also every day I do feel that we should just be aware, not just of our own mental health, but of the people around us. And this week's theme in class is kindness, but also the theme for Mental Health Week is kindness. So not just those random acts of kindness, those things that you do for other people, just to show that you love and care, but also the things that you do for yourself to show that you love and care and want to look after yourself. This morning we're going to do a practice around the Gunas, okay? Quite a strange word, whether I've pronounced it correctly, but it's to do with Ayurvedic thought and the Ayurvedic thinking. And basically the Gunas is different parts of the matter, okay? So the prakriti, which is the matter, the whole universe is made up of matter, different qualities, and those qualities varying in different amounts. So just briefly, just to touch on it, we have the tamas guna, which is the state of darkness, okay, or stagnation, possibly that rest, okay, depending. We have the rajas, which is this state of action and movement. And then we have the sattva, and sattva is about harmony and balance. And yoga brings a more sattvic life, okay? So in yoga we do have those, I want to say states of stagnation, but actually there's times where we have the space to rest, okay? And we also have the times where we have movement and action through the poses. And hopefully those together then lead to the sattva, the harmony and balance. So that's the aim. So today's practice is, it's all to do with things that you know. We're going to start off really slow, okay? So we're going to start off just settling and arriving. We are then going to really focus on sun salutations today. So we're going to move through the sun salutations and different variations of those. Then we're going to pause and have that rest, okay? And then we're going to come back into some sun salutations, pause, rest, and just keep that going for a while, just to build up that energy, but also to have that restful state. And then hopefully we then end up with that balance of harmony. But again, always, as we do every time in yoga, find that kindness. So if you just need to rest, then rest. There are ways for you to look after your knees. So I will show you different variations for people that need to look after knees. So from here, enough of me talking. Just arrive in your practice. Take a moment to settle in and just notice how you feel. So this is like the tamas, where we arrive and rest. But the rest in all the pauses in yoga aren't stagnant. There is something that happens when we pause and we rest. So just notice how you feel. Maybe just bringing one hand to your heart and one hand onto the ground next to you. Just that earth to body connection, and hand on the heart, symbolizing that kindness and love to ourselves. By placing the hands on the earth, Just imagine each and every one of you also placing your hands down. There is that circle of connection, that part of a community. We are connected. We are touching the same earth, full circle. Take another couple of breaths here. Really breathing into your body. As I say quite often, that expansion, take that breath in. Sitting up a little bit taller. Exhaling, finding that groundedness. How can you move through this practice, showing yourself some kindness? So during the practice today, we're going to try and shape the matter, those qualities that make up our lives, the universe. We're trying to shape it in a way that we can move in stability and harmony. So just bring your other hand down to the earth as well, so both fingertips are on the earth, and just start to walk your hands back slightly, so you're reaching behind you. Roll the shoulders back, open up through your chest. You can even lean back slightly with your upper body. Try not to just drop the head behind you. The head is in one long line, just looking forward. Full breath. On your next exhale, just gently walking your hands forward. You can even sort of swing the hands out to the side, just bringing your hands out in front and just folding forwards here. Breathing deep, using these pauses, these rests to really invite the breath in, to calm the mind and the body. Exhale, release. Slowly coming back up. Okay, so we're going to sort of dive right in this morning. So moving the cushion out of the way. We will do kneeling first of all. So if you need to pad out the knees, feel free just to have a blanket underneath the knees. Okay, you can. Sometimes if you shift back onto your heels, it takes the pressure off your knees if you're up high, so it's entirely up to you. So coming towards the back of your mat, just take that length, roll the shoulders back. Full breath in, full breath out. Inhale, you can either stay here and do the inhale with the arms out left to right, or you can raise up. Inhale, reaching those arms up. Exhale, folding forwards, just like we did last week. Slide those hands forward, shifting forward, just drop the hips slightly, open up through the chest. Exhale, rounding back through, slide the hands back, child's pose. And then inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands come down. You can keep the hips back as you slide forwards, dropping the hips, inhale. Exhale, moving back, slide those hands back. Exhale here. Inhale, invite that breath in, maybe reaching up. Exhale, hands come down, slide the hands forward, dropping the hips. Exhale, shift the hips back, feel that stretch. You can pause here in a variation of child's pose before you slide the hands back. Exhaling. Last one. Inhaling, reaching up. Exhale, fold forwards, slide forwards with the hands. Exhale, dropping the hips, open up, roll the shoulders back. Exhaling, shifting back. Taking the hands back, curl the toes under, lift up through the upper body so you can shift back onto your toes, coming into just like a froggy squat here. Roll the shoulders back, maybe bring your hands to your heart. Take a full breath. Exhale. Inhale, push through the feet, stay up on the toes, pushing all the way up. Reach up with the hands. Exhale, hands come down by your side, heels come down to the floor. Make your way to the front of the mat. Settle in here, so open up through the chest. Exhale fully. So we're going to go through the classic sun salutation, which is heart, okay, so chest, chin, knees, down to the floor. Again, if you need to pad out, you can. If lowering the knees is too much, you can chaturanga down. So if you need to look after those knees, Martina, feel free to not lower the knees on this bit. So from here, anchor through. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, folding forwards. Dropping the head, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Bend the knees as much as you need to. Decide where you place the hands, navel draws in. Exhale to fold. Plant the hands, step one foot back, step the other foot back, coming into plank. So you can stay here, Martina, or you can use the elbows to lower you down, building strength, or lower the knees, chin and chest, and then slide forwards into a cobra, not too high. Exhale, back down. Curl the toes under. Inhale, push up, either through kneeling plank or through plank into downward facing dog. Take a breath. Exhale. Look towards the front. Slow walk up. So make your way to the front. Replanting the feet, forward fold. Sweeping the hands out left to right. Inhale, reach those arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. And again, inhale. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, your choice. Exhale, soften through the knees, plant the high hands, step one foot, step the other, lower the knees, chin and chest, slide forwards into our cobra. Exhale, back down, either back to your knees, and then roll yourself back into our downward dog. Take a breath. Looking towards the front, make your way to the front, and we'll all meet in a forward fold. Inhale, reach those arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. 3 more of these. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Really invite that breath. Soften the knees as much as you need to. Halfway lift on the inhale. Exhale, fold. Hands to the earth, step back. If lowering down through cobra and things is too much, just come to a downward dog, lower the knees, coming all the way down. Inhale. Exhale, folding. Inhale, pushing back up, and we'll meet in downward dog. Take a breath. Invite that breath, invite that energy into the body. Make your way up to the front. When you arrive, exhale, folding forwards. Inhale, hands come left to right. Reach up, push through the feet. Exhale, hands to heart. And again, inhale, reach. Exhale, folding forwards. Maybe moving through a different way here. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding down, plant the hands. Step one, step the other. Plank pose, kneeling, chin and chest. 8 limbs all the way up into our cobra. Exhale down. Inhale, pushing up and back. Downward facing dog. Take a breath. Bend the knees, looking forward. Stepping up, forward fold. Inhale, reaching the hands all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Just pause here, just notice. So we just move through 5 classic sun salutations. Ways to move through on the knees, moving through that way. We also do 5 kneeling to start with. So there are variations that you can do there. We're now going to add on and go through the classic sun salutation A. Just take a moment to rest here though. So just find that breath, really settle in. That tamas. Okay, which translates into darkness and sort of stagnation, which sometimes when we rest too much and we become lazy, those things can happen. But instead of this being stagnant, really use this time to invite that breath in, to relax through the body, almost like that reset into the body. Notice how you feel. Really listen to your body. So if there's something during the sun salutations that don't quite feel right, then change it. You can come back. You can come back to what we were just doing, or even to what we were doing at the beginning. It's just about moving the body and listening to the body. Okay, from here, let's go through our next few. So inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, folding forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding down, stepping both feet back into plank pose. Feel free if you want to lower the knees, you can do here. And then we're going to chaturanga the arms in towards the sides, lower all the way down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, back down. Curl those toes under, maybe power up to plank. Exhale, downward dog. Take a breath here, really lifting those sits bones up towards the ceiling. Maybe grounding down through those heels, just that intention. Expansion through the shoulders. Bend the knees, look forward towards the front. Make your way up. Forward fold. Inhale, hands out left to right or out in front. All the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale again, reach the hands up. Exhale, folding forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Step 1, step 2. Either lower the knees, elbows into the side, lower all the way down to the floor. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, back down. Inhale to knees or power up to plank. Exhale, downward dog. Notice the breath. Bend the knees. Look forward towards the front. Make your way up. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms left to right, coming all the way back up. Notice how maybe the body has a bit more fluidity in it now. Maybe the movement is becoming a little bit easier. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, folding forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands, stepping back. Strong plank, push away from the earth. Shift the body forward slightly. Exhale, elbows in, lower all the way down to the ground. Or maybe chaturanga into upward facing dog now. Exhale, back down. Inhale, power up. Exhale, downward dog. Full breath. Looking forward, stepping the feet, maybe 1, 2. Inhale. Exhale to fold. Inhale, sweep the arms out left to right. Straight back in this time. Exhale, folding back down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend the knees, step back, plank, strong plank, push away from the floor. Exhale, elbows in, either lower all the way or chaturanga, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath. Notice these movements. Different leg, you step forward this time. Just see how it feels to step the other leg. We always favour one side. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reaching all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. 3 more of these. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Step 1. Step 2. Full plank. Exhale, elbows in. Elbows come behind as you lower all the way down chaturanga into cobra or upward facing dog. Mix it up. Inhale into plank. Exhale, downward dog. So choose. Maybe you're lowering the knees and moving through what we did just now. It's entirely up to you. Just listen to the body. Stepping up into our forward fold. Inhale, sweeping the arms all the way up. Diving straight back in. Exhale, folding down. Inhale. Exhale. Stepping back. Strong plank. Find that breath. Elbows in. Lower all the way or halfway. Shifting onto the top of the feet. Rolling the shoulders up. Facing dog, maybe lower the knees, then rolling back into down dog. A really nice way to look after the lower back from upward facing dog. Take a breath, bend the knees, stepping up towards the front, forward fold. Inhale, hands left to right. Exhale, hands to the heart. 1 more of these. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lifting up halfway. Exhale, stepping back. You choose either chaturanga all the way down, chest, chin, maybe lifting up to upward facing dog. Lots of variations that you can add in, meeting back in downward dog. Take a breath. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward. Step 1, step 2. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. This time you're going to exhale, fold all the way back down. Step gently both feet back, then lower the knees, shifting into child's pose. So either full Balasana, the traditional child's pose, or take up space here, reaching the hands forward, or feel free, you can come into a comfortable seat. Here you're going to take 5 breaths. So just feeling into the body, okay, into that tamas. But we want the rests to not be stagnant, they're really important, but we want them to be fluid with the breath, so just allow that movement. So even though we are coming into that rest, into that tamas, we're also coming into the raja, there is movement here. There's movement when we invite that breath in. And then coming back to that sattva, that harmony, that balance. Just setting ourselves up, pausing for the next sequence. Inhale, when you're ready, slowly coming back up. From here, just walk the knees in underneath the hips and then roll back onto your toes. Just bring your knees out wider, so you're coming into like a frog squat, just stretching through the back of the body. Bring your hands to your heart. Just notice how this feels, this groundedness. So again, lots going on here in this resting pose. There's a lot of action, tapping into all those different qualities, but varying amounts of the qualities. That kindness towards yourself. Anchor down, turn the knees so they come back in towards the body, and again we're going to push up. Inhale, staying on the toes, reaching up with the hands. Exhale, lowering the heels down. Slowly walking towards the front. Release the hands. Just notice. So hopefully these pauses are enabling you to reset, to re-establish how you're feeling, just to connect into your body. We're going to move through, so we're going to add on. So either feet together or feet hip width apart. Inhale, take your hands left to right. Reaching up, palms turn towards each other. Exhale, sink the hips down, coming into our chair pose. Maybe even looking up towards the hands. Inhale here. Exhale, forward fold. Hands come down to the floor, lifting the hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding down. Stepping one foot back, stepping the other foot back. Shifting into our down dog. From here, you're going to pivot that left foot. So you're going to step the left foot forward slightly and then step the right foot in between your hands. Okay, so basically it's our warrior one stance, but we pivot that back foot first by stepping in and the toes out, then step that right foot up. Hands come left to right. Inhale, reaching up. One breath, maybe lean back. Exhale, hands come down to the earth. Pivot that back foot, step both feet back, coming into plank. Elbows into the side, either all the way down to the floor or chaturanga, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. The same thing happens on the other side. So the right foot steps forward slightly, toes out. Step that left foot up. Anchor down through the feet. Inhale, reach those hands up. Warrior one on this side. Maybe lean back. Exhale, hands come down. Stepping both feet back into our plank. Exhale, lower chaturanga or cobra. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. In down dog, take 2 breaths. Looking forward, stepping forward, maybe even jumping forward now. Exhale, fold. Bend those knees. Inhale, hands come forward, up and in front, sit back into that chair pose. One breath. Inhale, straighten through the legs. Exhale, palms come to touch. Hands to heart. Okay, and again, inhale, hands left to right, reaching up, palms face each other. Exhale, sink those hips down. Navel draws back, tuck that tailbone under slightly. Maybe even shift the weight back a little bit. Exhale, forward fold. Straighten through the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant the hands. Step back into our downward dog. From here, left foot in slightly. Then step the right foot, warrior one stance. So the right foot's up in between the hands. Take your time. Inhale, reaching up. Maybe lean back. Exhale, hands come down, frame that foot. Step both feet back, plank pose. Exhale, elbows in. Shifting forward, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Well done, guys. You're doing really well. Take a breath. Okay, right foot steps out slightly. Step the left foot in between the hands. Once you arrive, working through those feet, inhale. Arms reach up left to right. Palms face each other. Maybe lean back. Exhale, hands come down to the floor. Pivot that back foot, then step both feet back into plank. Lowering down, chaturanga, or through cobra, upward facing dog, your choice. Exhale, downward facing dog. Again, take a breath. Breathing deep. Looking forward, stepping the feet forward, forward fold. Bending the knees, inhale, hands come forward, up, sink those hips down, navel draws in, tuck the tailbone under, chair pose. On your next inhale, straighten through the legs. Exhale, hands to heart. Well done. We've got 3 more of these. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale. Oh, no, sorry. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, bend the hips, hands coming up by the ears, palms facing towards each other. So coming into that chair pose. Sorry for that confusion. Navel draws in. Take a breath. Relax through the shoulders. Exhale, folding forward, lifting through the hips, straightening through the legs as much as you can, maybe even more so than before. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Notice how your body is probably a little bit looser. You're able to move through these a bit more. Inhale into plank. Exhale, downward dog. Walk those feet slightly. Left foot turns out. You step it forward just a little bit, left toes out. Step right foot forward in between your hands. Rooting down through the feet, hands come out left to right. Sweeping the hands all the way up, maybe leaning back. Exhale, hands come down, frame that foot. Step back into plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Your choice, upward facing dog or cobra. We'll meet back in downward dog. In downward dog, right foot steps forward, slightly toes off to the left. Left foot between the hands, anchor down through the feet. Inhale. Maybe lean back. Exhale, hands come down. Frame that foot, step the left foot back, coming into plank. Exhale again. Move through that vinyasa. Your choice. We'll meet back in downward dog. Take a breath here. Breathing through. Notice how you feel. You're doing really well. Bend the knees, look forwards. Stepping up with the feet. Forward fold. Soft bend in those knees. And then bend a little further, dropping those hips down. Maybe the hands come left to right or out in front into this chair pose. Maybe looking forward slightly. Navel draws in. Tailbone tucks under. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hands to heart. 2 more. Inhale, hands go left to right. Palms face each other, bend through the knees. Navel draws in, tailbone tucks under, shifting those hips down into our chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands, step back, and into our downward dog. Left foot forward slightly. Toes out, right foot up, palms here, anchor down through those feet, push through the feet, through the legs, lift those arms, reaching back. Exhale, hands come down, framing that foot, stepping back into plank, vinyasa, or you can stay in downward dog. If it's too much and you need a break, we'll meet you in downward dog. Take a rest whenever you need. Right foot steps forward slightly, toes off, left foot up between the hands, anchor down through the feet. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, hands come down to the mat. Again, a vinyasa, or staying downward dog. Shifting forward into plank or up dog. Sorry, cobra or up dog. And then come back into down dog. Take a breath. Feel that energy, that heat. Look forward, step forward with the feet. Inhale, exhale here. Bend the knees. Inhale, sweep the hands forward. Settle in, navel draws in, tailbone tucks under. Chair pose. Inhale, reaching through the legs and the arms. Exhale, hands to heart. One more of these. Ready. Inhale. Exhale. Chair pose, tailbone tucks under. On your next exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step back into our down dog. Full breath. Left foot pivots, right foot steps forward. Inhale, warrior one. So we're not forcing these poses, okay? We're not causing any pain. But what we want to do is make sure that we're not, let's say being lazy, but we're not just dropping out when perhaps we could do a little bit more. Bring the hands down to the earth, step back into plank. Chaturanga to up dog or cobra. Lower the knees if you need to move through these transitions. If you start to drop through the lower back, it could be that you're getting tired. So lower the knees, look after yourself. Step that right foot forward slightly. Toes off, left foot forward between the hands. Inhale, warrior one on this side. Exhale, hands come down. Step back, vinyasa. Coming back into our downward dog. 3 breaths here. On your exhale, bend your knees, look forward towards the front. Stepping up towards the front, forward fold. Bend the knees, inhale, sweep the arms up into chair. Sink those hips, navel draws in, tailbone tucks under, looking after that lower back. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, hands to heart. Just notice, how do you feel? Inhale, reach your hands up. Exhale, lowering the hands all the way down. Bending the knees, step the feet back. Lower the knees, either come into a child's pose here or into our puppy posture. Or again, you can just lie on your tummy and take crocodile pose and rest here if you want to. Okay, that might be really nice. Or you can take our puppy posture with the hips up high, arms reaching forward, melting the head towards the floor. You can bring your forearms to the ground and the elbows. And just rest here, take a few breaths. So you've just done 5 full sun salutations B. You've also done 8 sun salutations A. Before that, you did 5 classic sun salutations and 5 kneeling. So if I work that out myself, 15, add 8, 23, you've just done 28 sun salutations. Feel that energy in the body, feel that movement in the body. Taking a rest here. Inhale, slowly coming back up. From here, again, we're going to walk back onto our toes. So from kneeling, just pushing back onto our toes, hands come to the heart. Either keep the knees facing forward or turn the knees out. Just notice. So I wanted to do a practice where we went through all the sun salutations. Just so you know, there's lots of variations, and you can sort of make up your own sun salutation as well. But there's no reason now with your yoga practice, with all the sessions that you've been doing and listening to your body, that you can wake up tomorrow morning and decide to just do 10 sun salutations. Maybe even go in your garden, lay out your mat and do some, and really salute the sun, salute your body, and how we can use the earth's energy, the energy from the sun, to just make us feel a little bit better. Moving the body, just 30 minutes a day is proven to improve mental health, whether that's walking, swimming, yoga. Just talking through here, just so you're hopefully forgetting that we're squatting onto the toes. From here, inhale, pushing through the feet, through the legs, reaching the hands all the way up. Exhale, release the hands down. Lovely. So from here, we're just going to come to the wide leg, or the wide side of our mat, legs wide. And we're just going to do something a little bit different. We are going to stretch these out in a minute, but we're just going to work into these hips. So quite often, things that we do, especially sun salutations, really work all the muscles in the body. But just focusing a little bit more on the hips here. So what I want you to do is just bring your hands onto your opposite elbow. You're just going to start to fold down towards the ground. So just come all the way. You should feel a really nice release on that lower back. It's coming into this wide-legged fold. You're then going to walk your hands over towards your right foot. You're going to bend your right knee and see if you can lift your left leg out towards the side. Okay? Then the left leg comes down. You walk the hands towards the right foot, bend the right knee, lift that left leg. Right leg comes down towards the right foot, bend right knee, inhale, lift that left leg, exhale, replant, walking to the other side. So just get a little bit of movement in here. You can move as fast and as slow as you want, just really working those hips, building strength. So to look after our hips, we need that stability through the muscle strength, but we also need that flexibility and movement. So don't worry if your legs aren't coming too high, maybe they're just lifting off the floor. Take 2 more to each side. So last one, inhale, lift, plant that foot, shift the hands to the other side, lift that leg, plant the foot, come back to center and exhale. Notice how the hips feel. Feel free, you can bring your hands to your hips. You can give your hips just a little bit of a massage. Really nice here, you can work into your lower back. Remember that kindness to ourselves. Releasing the hands to the floor. Full breath. Relaxing through the shoulders. Walking the hands all the way over towards the left foot, Right hand reaches, both hands. So the right hand reaches to the outside of the left ankle. Left hand comes on top of that right hand. And then just use your arms to gently pull your body, your torso towards that left leg. Just really stretching through those legs. Take a couple of breaths here. Back through center. Walking the hands to the other side. And again, just repeating, hands on top of each other, folding in towards that right leg. Coming back to the center, soft knees, chin to chest, slowly. Just allow your hands to hang here as you slowly roll up. Just notice, how does that feel? Walk the feet in, come back to the front of your mat. Again, gently coming down to the floor, so lifting up through the heels. So we're really working into the back of the legs, really building strength in our feet, but also finding that awareness, that groundedness. Using Mother Earth, hands to the heart. Exhale, coming all the way down, just seeing. You can come down again into this squat, knees facing forward. And we've done this before, so the child within. Exhale, just roll back. Feet up towards the ceiling. Maybe hands up towards the ceiling too, or hands reaching back behind you. It's entirely up to you. You can give your feet a little bit of a wiggle. Maybe bring the knees in towards your chest. So from here, just center yourself on the mat. You're then going to bring your hands behind you, behind your thighs, sorry, and just open up through your shoulders. Your feet can be up towards the floor, or the knees can be bent. Inhale, just lift your head and shoulders off the floor. So it's like your chest is coming towards your knees, but your heart is staying upwards. Maybe you hug the knees in a little bit more. Take another breath. Feel free, if you want to, you can bend the knees and hold on to the shins or the outside of the feet. And then exhale, release. Bringing feet to the floor. Okay, with feet on the floor, knees are bent. From here, we're just going to come into reaching across, sort of yogic bicycle, so just building a bit of strength in the tummy before we come back down to that rest. So bring your left arm out towards the side, bring your right arm up above your head, okay? So it's almost like you've drawn an L shape with your arms, okay? So the right arm's up above, left arm's out. Lovely. Take a breath here, so inhale. Exhale, your right leg's going to go straight and you're going to lift yourself up towards your left knee. Inhale, come back. Exhale, lift. Inhale, back. You can keep both knees bent if you want to. It will be here. I like to keep the right leg out. Left leg bent. You can use that bottom arm to help lift you up. Inhale, exhale. So it's like you're reaching with something with that hand. Two more. One more, last one on this side, and then rest. Straighten both legs, reach both arms up, then switch left arm up, right arm up to the side, right knee bent. You can either use this right hand on the floor to help you, okay, or you can really tap into that core. We're inhaling here, exhale, lift, inhale down, exhale, lift. So your left hand is coming to the outside of that right knee. Move with the breath. Maybe your core is starting to fire up. Three more. Last one. Bring the left knee in. Bring the soles of the feet to touch. Hands now on your tummy, knees wide. Just stay here for a moment. Just check in. Your hands on your tummy, just notice how your tummy feels. So just building a little bit of strength through mindful movements. Take a moment to breathe here. So today's practice was a little bit different. Okay, normally there's a flow, but we did flow through the sun salutations. But normally I sort of mix it up slightly. But today we were just focusing on those sun salutations and how we can get that energy into the body and have that stability and harmony, that Sattva. Just take a moment here. Slowly bringing the hands to the outside of the knees, rolling the knees in. Walk the feet as wide as your yoga mat. And just allow your elbows to be wide and then allow your knees to fall to either side, either right or left. Just really stretching that top hip in any stretches into the body. Nice little spinal twist. Your head can go towards the other side. And then moving back through to the other side. Take a breath. How do you feel? Moving back through center. Feel free to bring those knees back in towards the chest, really stretching through that lower back. And perhaps here, either take stirrup or happy baby. So stirrup pose, the hands come to the outside of the feet. To the inside of the feet, okay. And in happy baby pose, the hands go on the inside and to the outside of the feet. So just choose which works for you. Maybe you take half a happy baby. You have your right foot on the floor and you're just working into the left side, and then perhaps you switch. So don't feel like if it's not accessible with both legs that you can't practice this, because you can. Maybe you're not holding onto the foot, but you're holding onto the calf and just stretching through. The aim here is that the tailbone is not lifted, we're not rolling through the lower back, we're trying to keep the tailbone on the floor. So imagine you're reaching the tailbone towards the front of your mat, plugging those knees in towards the armpits, pushing against the hands, hands gently pushing against the feet. That long line through the spine, from the tailbone all the way up into the neck to the crown of the head. Take a breath here. Kindness. That's all it takes. Just imagine if the world was just full of kindness, if everything we did was from the act of kindness, what a world we would live in. Slowly bringing the feet together and back down to the earth. Taking a full stretch here with the legs. Coming into Shavasana briefly, just pausing, just connecting. Arriving. often we think about the opposite of kindness being perhaps hatred. I always think that from the word hate, I'm not even sure if it is about people hating things or hating one another or circumstances. I believe it comes from fear. Whether it's the fear of the unknown, fear of repercussions of things, the fear that we're not good enough. So sometimes we have to feel that fear and do it anyway to get things done, okay, new challenges. It's when that fear turns into something negative that we need to spin it. Turning it into kindness. So how can you be kind to yourself this week? And how can you show some acts of kindness to others? It can be the simplest of things. Maybe a smile walking down the street. Maybe dropping a gift to somebody's door without them even knowing. Just something when they open the door and there it is. No explanation. Maybe just a smiley face. Maybe a note. Those things really make a difference. Check in on people. Check in on people who perhaps are normally the bubbly, lively people. Okay, I always think we assume that they're okay, but actually it's not all the quiet ones that need that attention. Sometimes it's those lovely, lively, bubbly friends. Just check in. Take 3 conscious breaths here as we just lie down in this position. Take a moment to really feel this connection with yourself, with the earth, with the universe. Together we are one. Yoga meaning the word yoke. Okay, to be as one. We're in this together, in this universe together. Slowly get some movement into the hands, into the feet. Take a stretch, whatever you need, before rolling over onto one side. Coming up into a seat when you're ready. Keeping the eyes closed, hands resting on your knees or hands to your heart. Just finishing with a quote by Martin Luther King Jr. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. Just remembering that we are all things, that we are built up of all those different gunas, the tamas, the rajas, the sattva. Just finding that balance, and they're all needed. We just have to find that stability and harmony. Always having kind and loving intentions. Hands to your mouth for kind and loving words. And to the third eye, the kind and loving thoughts to yourself, to those around you, and the rest of the world. Namaste.